ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Okay, before I continue, just this karma confusion about what is karma, what is. So I will just write some things. Karma, karma. Karma is, I can say, allowed activities, not allowed. So when karma is done for some result, called the kama karma. Karma done with some kama. Okay, when it is done without desire for result, it's called nishkama karma. Okay. Now then there is, when there is, it's done without desire for result and plus offered to the Lord, then it becomes what? Kama karma yoga. Okay, now please note here that there is propensity to work. Okay, the offering to the Lord is just what? Aupacharik, official, right? Or just, yeah, not with any, like, not with any devotion, not with any, it's just vidhi, right? Like vidhi. Okay, so like, you do just say, okay, every month before, once you get your salary, you give something to the Lord. That's all. I mean, no feeling behind it, nothing. Simply just give. That's all. Over. Okay, now this is Nishkama Karma. Now here in Sakama, somebody is wanting some better result like Punya, like going to higher planetary systems, better happiness in next life, etc. And it is done without desire for result, Nishkama Karma. Now what happens is this one, there is no sin. This does not generate any sin, right? Which is what yesterday we discussed here. So Krishna is saying, you do your duty for the sake of fighting, you shall never incur sin without considering happiness, distress, loss, or gain, victory or defeat. So this is Nishkama Karma. Krishna is telling Arjuna, do Nishkama Karma. Okay, so there is no sin. Okay, now he talks about yoga. He now talks about yoga. So it means he talks about this. But Prabhupada actually says that actually Krishna is talking about Bhakti Yoga. But Krishna uses the word here Buddhi Yoga. And Buddhi Yoga can mean Nishkama Karma Yoga or Bhakti Yoga, because Buddhi is your intelligence. You use the intelligence to do some work. So when the work is directly connected to Krishna, it's Bhakti. When it is connected to some our Varnashrama Karma responsibility, then it becomes Nishkama Karma. It is okay? Any questions here? Because I thought there was a little confusion yesterday. Okay. So Krishna is saying,
Krishna Prabhu. How about Akarma Prabhu?
Yeah, that is fine. I mean, just for this context, I have not put that.
Okay. But
now
what
akarma is what? Akarma also, one definition of akarma is not doing work. The other is work that does not generate any karma phala, which is bhakti. But the second one is this not doing work is also vikarma, could be vikarma, could be karma based on the person and situation. But anyway, it's okay. I mean, but primarily for this sake of this discussion, I didn't pick that up.
Okay.
Okay. So text 39. Thus far, I have described this knowledge to you through analytical study, which is Sankhya. Sankhya just means counting. Counting means all these elements, all this material energy, all these kind of things. And analysis, like, Atma, this is the characteristics, body, this is the characteristics. This is all analytical study called Sankhya. Now, listen as I explain it in terms of working without fruitive results. So, working without fruitive results is Nishkama Karma. Right? So, yeah, but in the purport, Prabhupada talks about offering, connecting with Krishna. This is 39. Work in Krishna consciousness. So here Prabhupada in the purport is saying directly bhakti. Right? One who works for the satisfaction of the Lord only. He is working under principle of yoga. So here it is very clear that it is bhakti yoga. Okay, but in the translation, Prabhupada says it is working without fruit is the result. It doesn't say for the satisfaction of the Lord. Anyway, so some details. So we can think about that these verses as bhakti for our understanding. We are not in some scholarly discussion, so it doesn't matter why both terminologies are being used. Okay, so when you act in such knowledge, you can free yourself from the bondage of work, right? Which is basically, like I said, directly this is talking about Nishkama Karma, but Prabhupada is talking about Bhakti in the purport. Because some of these actually verses can also mean Bhakti, can also mean Nishkama Karma. In this endeavor, there is no loss or diminution. Naya Vikramana Shasti Pratyavayana Vidyate. Swalpam Pyasya Dharmasya. Little advancement on this path can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear. So here, if we take as Nishkama Karma, then the most dangerous type of fear is, suffering. That way we can take. But if it is Bhakti, then the most dangerous type of fear is not getting a human body. And death is not the dangerous type, most dangerous type of fear. It is not getting a human body. And and Swalpamapyasya Dharmasya, Prabhupada, that is why in the purport talks about Adamila. So there is no loss, meaning whatever we accumulate, it continues in our next life also. And we will get a human body and continue it from wherever we left off. And a little advancement can protect one, right? So little Ajamila did little bhakti when he was young. And he might have done some service to some devotees. So it protected him from going down to hell and also gave him rebirth, gave him extension of life, etc., etc., right? So all those who are on this path, now these are important things. Those who are on this path are resolute in purpose. Their aim is one. So our aim has to be one. We have to be resolute in purpose. Intelligence of those who are irresolute is many branched. This is also easy to understand. If one doesn't have one resolution, one thing to go behind, and he has many things to go behind. His intelligence has to jump from one topic to another, one thing to another. So it becomes multi-branched. So it won't be efficient. and it won't be focused. So those who are on this path of bhakti, they're resolute in purpose. So they have only one purpose, and they're fixed on that. Resolute means they're fixed on that. Hmm. Um, Now, who are these people whose intelligence are irresolute? These are men of small knowledge who are very much attracted to the flowery words of the Vedas. Because Vedas recommend various activities for elevation to heavenly planets, then good birth, power, etc. All these are the results of punya. Being desirous of sense gratification and opulent life, they say that there's nothing more than this. Okay, this is what Yamimam Pushpitam Vacham Pravadantavi Pashpitaha Vedavadarata Bharata Nanyadastiti Vadinaha. So they are desiring sense gratification and opulent life. And so they are doing all these fruitive activities. And they say that there's nothing more than this. Life is all about going from, if you're born in earth, then go to Swarga. And then just increase your sense gratification and opulent life. That is goal of life. They say, but who say men of small knowledge? Then there are, in Kali Yuga, there are men of no knowledge also. This is men of small knowledge who are very much attached to the flowery words of the Vedas. So that means that they have some knowledge, but it is little knowledge because they are going behind elevation, the heavenly planets, etc. But in Kali Yuga, there are men of no knowledge, which means that they have no idea about what is there in the Vedas. And they're just engaging in sense gratification. They're also engaging in sense gratification, but they don't know the right path to even achieve it. So in desirous of sense gratification, they end up doing vikarma. Here, these people, they're desirous of sense gratification, but they're still following the Vedic approved process, which is karma. So the same nature of not saying that there is nothing more than the sense gratification and opulent life, but the path is different. One is following the Vedic path, the other is not following the Vedic. One is karma, the other is vikarma. And in the minds of those who are too attached to sense gratification and material objects, and who are bewildered by such things. What is bewildered? How does one get bewildered by sense enjoyment and material opulence? Any example? What does this mean? To get bewildered by such things. Okay. So it's like, okay, somebody goes to some foreign country and then say, oh, this is so nice. Oh, this is so good. Oh, this excessive, like because they're bewildered, they are giving such expressions. Right. So they are enamored by these things. Some flyovers, some bridges, some opulent places, some malls, some airports, all material stuff. Right? They are too attached and they are bewildered by such things. For them, resolute determination of devotional service does not take place. Which means what? That they might engage in some devotional service. They might engage in some devotional service, but they are not resolute. Meaning, come what may, I will do Krishna Bhakti. No. Oh, okay, this is nice. When I get a chance, I will do. Oh, I'm going here and there. I'm going outside the country. I'm enjoying. Krishna is so nice. I did bhakti. He gave me so much of money and opulence. This is this. So they're not resolute. So this can also be called Mishra Bhakti. Okay, so now Krishna is further still saying that why you're saying these men are attached to some flowery words of the Vedas. Now, what is the problem with that? Because the Vedas deal mainly with the subject of the three modes, gunas. And the three modes means basically material. It's on the material platform. So Krishna is telling Arjuna, transcend these three modes. Transcend these three modes, because those who are in these three modes, they are stuck with uh, dualities and from anxieties for gain and safety. So they are stuck with this. Nirdvandvo, Nitya Sattva, Niryoga Kshema, Dvandva, Yoga Kshema. They are worried about Yoga Kshema. But one who becomes one who transcends the modes, he becomes Nirdvandva, Niryoga Kshema, meaning he becomes opposite. So here, when somebody is on the material platform, they are stuck in dualities and they are anxious about gain and safety. Isn't it? But one who transcends the modes, he raises above the material platform of these dualities and anxieties, and he becomes established in the self. Means he is just engaged in the activities of the Atma. He is not worried too much about the body and things happening to the body and associated. That is the meaning of transcend. And this means mukti. Transcending the three modes means going about the material platform, which is coming to the spiritual platform. So he is established in the self. And so this is the same thing. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma na sochati na kankti. So he is not affected by this gain, safety, and what will my future be? Oh, why did this happen in the past? So he's not worried about all this. He's established in the self, which means all the time his thoughts are just connected with the activities of the soul. He is not thinking about the activities of the body, things connected with the body. And so we can understand now when we are chanting, now what comes to our mind? All these things, material things. If material things are not coming while we are chanting, then it's amazing. Okay, and if you can just be fixed in hearing. So this that is why this hearing process is called mantra dhyana. We meditate on the mantra. We meditate on hearing the mantra. So if one is just established in that, then even if there are even if sometimes the devotee comes on the material platform, by just that sincere chanting process, he will transcend. The devotee will transcend. So we have to remember this. We have to have resolute determination, which our aim should be one, is Krishna. Our determination should be resolute, right? And we should raise above the three modes, which means that we should become free from dualities and also all anxieties and lamentation and all these kinds of things. And we should be established in the self. All purposes served by a small well can at once be served by a great reservoir of water. Similarly, all purposes of Vedas can be served by one who knows the purpose behind them. And the purpose behind them is what? So Krishna is saying, knowing me is the purpose. So once we know the purpose, then all other purposes are served. Meaning all those other purposes are only stepping stones to bring us to the final purpose. For example, this karma kanda, gnana kanda, upasana kanda, all of this is for what? Finally bringing one to Krishna. So if somebody knows that, then they know the purposes of all the other paths. That all purposes of all the other paths, though it might look different, finally it is to bring them to Krishna. Okay. So now, and then Krishna speaks about how this karma has to be done. So here there are a few verses on karma. 2 verses. And Krishna also talks about yoga. So a little bit all topics Krishna is discussing. So he said here 39, he said, I'll talk about Nishkama karma. But he said Buddhi yoga. Then he said how the Buddhi has to be resolute. And the Buddhi is not resolute for those who are too much materially attached. And this the Buddhi also, in some sense, it should not get affected by the modes. Be established in the self. Now, he also talks about little bit of karma, how to do karma. Karmani vadikaraste. You have a right to perform your prescribed duty. You are not entitled to the fruits. You can only perform your duty. You are not entitled to the fruits. Meaning entitled means what? I have to get it. I did this, so I have to get it. No, you're not entitled. We can't be entitled. If it has to come, it will come. Also, never consider yourself the cause of the results because you are not the single doer. So frequently Krishna talks about why doer, why reasons for any action. So we are not the only doer. So don't consider yourself as the cause. And oh, you're saying don't be entitled. You're not entitled to fruits. So I'm not. I won't work at all. Krishna is saying don't be attached to not doing your duty also. So this is the yoga equanimity. Such equanimity is called yoga. Perform your duty equipoised, abandoning all attachment to success or failure. Such equanimity is called yoga. Okay. Mm. Then he's saying, keep all abominable activities far distant by devotion. What are all abominable activities? Again, there are two meanings here. One is keep all abominable activities far distant by devotional service, or keep all vikarma away by following karma. That is one meaning. The other meaning is keep all sense gratification away by devotional service. That is abominable. In that consciousness, surrender unto the Lord. So engage in devotional service. Don't engage in sense gratification. And in that consciousness, surrender to Krishna. Those who want to enjoy the fruits of their work are kripana phalahedava. Become a brahmana. So Krishna already here is talking about surrender. Right? Durena hi avaram karma. Avaram means abominable karma. Buddhi yoga. With this buddhi yoga, keep all this abominable activity away. Buddhau, and then you using this buddhi, charanam anvicha. You surrender. Meaning, give all the results to Krishna. For those who are working, give results to Krishna. And for those who are engaged in devotional service, surrender to the Lord. So that is why it can be Nishkama Karma Yoga or Bhakti Yoga. A man engaged in devotional service rids himself of both good and bad reactions. See, already, Krishna is already summarizing. Prabhupada is already summarizing. Buddhi ukto jahatiha ube sukruta dushkrute. So all the good and bad results, he gets rid of. So which is basically destruction of all karmic reactions. Man engaged in devotional service get rid of all his karmic reactions. Therefore, strive for yoga. Yoga karmasu kauchalam. We should just, it's better if you just try to understand these verses in terms of bhakti yoga, because otherwise we'll get confused. So, so Krishna is saying, use your buddhi to work, to engage in Krishna conscious activities. And even if you do little of this bhakti, then you are sure to get a human birth next life. Have one aim and be resolute in that purpose. Then, buddhi, buddhi should transcend the modes so that you can become fixed in self. And you have right to perform your prescribed duty. So you can still do your duty if you have to, but without being attached to the results, etc. That is yoga. and keep all abominable activities far distant and surrender to Krishna. And if you do so, then all your karma is gone. So strive for this, how you have to work. So you want to work, you work in Krishna consciousness. Now, work in Krishna consciousness also can mean two things. You're doing some prescribed work, but not attached to results, or you're directly working for Krishna. So directly working for Krishna is a much better platform. But you can also work doing your prescribed duty indirectly. If you're doing prescribed duty, then it is also given by Krishna, and then you offer the results to Krishna, or you directly engage in work for Krishna, direct work in devotion. Both are good, and that is called yoga. This is the art of work, which means that we should work not for sense gratification, we should work for maintenance, and we should offer results to Krishna, and our focus should be bhakti. This is what these verses are saying. And by doing work like this, one gets rid of karma phala. He is doing devotion, he is not doing work for any sense gratification. By thus engaging in devotional service, great sages or devotees free themselves from the results of work. In this way, they become free from the cycle of birth and death and attain and go back to Godhead. So he is engaging in devotional service. Now, these verses are a little bit confusing because somewhere it is engaged in devotional service, somewhere it is working in Krishna consciousness. Now, we should understand that working in Krishna consciousness also means engaging in devotional service. Prabhupada is saying engage in devotional service. Engage in devotional service. Engage in devotional service. Hmm. And in the middle, he says, okay, work without expectation of result. Otherwise, mostly his presentation is around direct devotion. So we should understand that the higher platform is direct devotion to Krishna, and the lower platform is doing work, prescribed duty without expecting results. And lower than that is doing expecting results. This is okay. So in the second chapter itself, actually Krishna has concluded Bhagavad Gita by stressing the need to do bhakti. And he's saying that one actually goes back home, back to God. And when our buddhi has passed out of the dens of the moha, yadate moha kalilam. So when the buddhi passes over moha, then we are not interested in hearing anything else except bhakti. When we are in moha, we have so many topics to be heard. But when we have overcome moha, and the intelligence has passed over moha, then we don't want to hear anything else. We just say, no, nothing else is required. Just bhakti is enough. Some devotees are very, eager to hear about some mundane news, some this, some that, etc. Which means that it is still moha, not passed out of this moha. And when somebody is not attached by to all these Vedas, lovely language of Vedas, and if it becomes fixed in self-realization, that is called divine consciousness. Achala buddhis tada yogam avapsasi. That is yoga. Sthita pragna. This is what Sthita pragna is. And then Arjuna gets stuck here and asks further clarifications on who is this person who is in trance of self-realization, who has attained this divine consciousness. What are his symptoms? Okay, so but before we get there, so the whole idea is that to be established in the self, And for us, being established in the self means that we are servants of Krishna, and we engage, we become resolute in purpose and engage in those activities. And in case some work has to be done, it has to be done without expecting results. Is okay? Any questions?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Prabhu, I'm getting a little confused
Yeah.
when you say Buddhi Yoga and Jnani. What exactly is the difference between both of them? Because many places Prabhupada has emphasized on Buddhi Yoga, but then he says Jnanis don't get back to Godhead, like very, very rarely. So what exactly is the difference between
No,
the
so
two?
Krishna, when Krishna is talking about Buddhi Yoga, he is not talking about Jnana Yoga. So actually, see, what are the yogas we have? We have only Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, then
Bhakti Yoga.
Dhyana or Ashtanga Yoga, then Bhakti. I mean, generally these four topics are normally talked about. Now, Krishna has not used any of these terms. Krishna he has used the term Buddhi. Okay, so which is why Arjuna subsequently says that your instruction were equivocal. I am not able to understand. Now, Buddhi can be used saying that I use my Buddhi to do Karma Yoga. I use my Buddhi to do Gnana Yoga. I use my Buddhi to do Bhakti Yoga. So Krishna left it open, just said Buddhi Yoga. So different people are taking different meanings out of this Buddhi. But Prabhupada has said that it can be Karma Yoga or Bhakti Yoga. Now, there's a reason for this because Arjuna was a Grihastha. Now, he has no chance option for Gnana because that is for sannyasi. I mean, who was given up karma. Now, Krishna did not want Arjuna to give up karma. So, he is saying, you work for me. I want this battle, you work for me. That is Buddhi Yoga. Okay. Now, the only difference is in Bhakti Yoga, Bhakti is predominant. Even if there is some karma, it is not predominant. The mode of devotion is predominant. So this Buddhi Yoga can also mean Bhakti Yoga. Where karma is predominant, it can be called Karma Yoga. So there is definitely no discussion about Gnana here. But Arjuna thinks that Krishna is talking about Gnana, and then in the next chapter he asks him saying that, okay, what is this? You said fight, then you said don't fight, then you are saying fight. I'm confused. Then Krishna clarifies, saying that amongst the two, Bhakti is better. Okay. So Vyamishreneva Vakyena. So this is like Mishra, like mixed, unequivocal. Krishna has used this word buddhi and kind of little bit confused. Yeah, he's left it open. He's not specifically pointed a particular yoga path, but he's generally saying all of this. You can use your buddhi to connect with me. Those who want to do karma, they can do karma and connect with me. Those who want to engage in bhakti, they can do bhakti and connect with me. Because for everything you need intelligence. Which is why these verses are a bit different. You go to different acharyas, they read it differently. So somebody is saying buddhi is karma yoga. Buddhi yoga is karma yoga. Prabhupada is clearly saying buddhi yoga means bhakti yoga. This is what Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur also. But Baladev Vidyabhushan talks about nishkama karma in these verses. So for us, we can just simply, to avoid confusion, just understand that from Krishna's perspective, Krishna actually said buddhi equals bhakti. Use your buddhi to do bhakti, which is what Prabhupada has emphasized. Is okay?
Yes, Prabhu. I mean that it means we are not pertaining it to intelligence and mind. We are pertaining it to the. It's an open this thing. Like when you say buddhi, either you do karma yoga or you do gyan yoga or you do bhakti yoga.
You need buddhi.
You need buddhi.
Yeah. And now use that buddhi to connect with me.
And when you talk about jnanis, you talk about intelligence.
And see, this is say again, I'm repeating this. Use your intelligence
Intelligence. Okay.
to connect with me.
Not your
Okay.
mind. Buddhi,
No, there is no
acha,
mind. Buddhi is
acha,
intelligence only.
intelligence. Okay.
Yeah.
Both
You-
ways it's intelligence.
It is intelligence only. Now either you can use intelligence to connect with me through karma yoga, jnana yoga, or bhakti yoga.
Then what
Correct.
is the difference between Gyanis and the Buddhi Yoga, Prabhu? Like, because the Gyanis are also using intelligence.
No, see, Buddhi yoga is not a particular process. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Krishna generically said that use your intelligence to connect with me. You can either use karma yoga, jnana yoga, or bhakti yoga.
Okay.
Right? Which is why Arjuna got confused because he thought that Krishna is referring to this buddhi as jnana yoga.
Yes, Prabhu. Okay.
Right?
Yes.
But Krishna was not saying that because Arjuna was a grihastha. So he was saying that either you do karma yoga. If you are too attached to your karma, that you are a fighter, this, that, and all that you work, then offer results to me. Right? Or you are a devotee, you just engage in devotion, which means that you just do this work for my satisfaction.
So, Prabhu, if you're doing Jnana Yoga, you can't be if you're not if grihasthas can't be doing
Yeah, you can't. No, you can't. Because you have to give up work. See, Gnana, by definition, this Jnana Yoga means no karma. No karma.
Okay.
This is what Gnana means. Actually, which is why, actually, Bhakti means what? No karma, no Gnana. See, this is what it is. This is karma. Okay. This is no karma, Gnana, but Gnana. Then Bhakti means no karma, no Gnana. Right?
Yes,
But Prabhu, I mean, when we say no karma, we need to be a little careful. No, Prabhu, we still do karma, but for Krishna. Correct,
No, when we
Prabhu?
say karma, by definition, it is the Vedic definition of karma.
Yeah, but Bhakti Yoga,
Bhakti
we're
is
saying no
kriya.
karma.
No karma, but there is kriya, activity.
Yes.
There is activity, but there is no karma. Karma, as in Sanskrit,
Yeah, exactly.
Scripture just means prescribed duty. So for our understanding,
Right.
so we should say karma / prescribed duty. Here actually no, it's not just no karma. Actually, see, for example, if you are reading Shastra, that is also kriya. Right? You can't, Gnana means you are doing something, no, you are going from one place to another, you are searching, you're doing some kriya, some activity.
Yeah, but there's no
but no
action for
prescribed
fruitive
duty.
result. There's no
Yeah.
action for fruitive result.
Not
here,
just
right, Prabhu,
fruitive
in
result.
Jnana Yoga.
No prescribed duty.
Okay.
They do activities which are connected to the Gnana mark.
Yes. Analytical study.
Yeah. So that is also,
Yes.
That is activity. That is kriya.
Yes. Yeah.
Right? So here also there is kriya, but there is no prescribed duty, or there is no just searching for absolute.
Yeah. So the people in the path of and the pure devotion, they don't have any prescribed duty to perform as such. But
yes.
But for us in general, so it is like act. Buddhi yoga is recommended, right, Prabhu? I mean, act for Krishna in full consciousness of Krishna.
Yeah. So see, again, let's be very, very clear. Okay. So if there is, so there is Shuddha Bhakti or Kevala Bhakti, then there is Mishra Bhakti. Okay, this Mishra Bhakti is Karma Yoga plus Bhakti. Karma plus Bhakti.
So this is Arjuna's position, right, Prabhu? Mishra
This is
Bhakti
mostly Grihastha's position in Kali Yuga.
Yeah, in general, for common general.
Generally
Grihasthas in general. Yeah.
Grihasthas do this, wherein they are doing some karma, but they are also doing bhakti. So this is called Mishra Bhakti, because there is some still some desires, right? If there is no desire at all, and if it is like 100% only for Krishna, Guru and Krishna's pleasure, right? Still, it's not technically called Kevala Bhakti, because Kevala Bhakti means only direct devotional activities. So let me put it this way. If suppose, say, you are still using your money to pay your own, whatever, your own bills, right?
Mhm.
Technically, because it's not, okay, like Prabhupada, if suppose say there's a center being run, Prabhupada was doing his preaching movement, right? And then there are devotees who are earning and coming and completely giving everything to Prabhupada, right?
Correct.
And Prabhupada said that is devotion. Because they don't even have the propensity to hold back any money.
It's like
They are giving it
100%.
only for Krishna.
Okay, 100%
Also
renunciation of
bhakti.
results.
Yeah, that is
Okay.
also
Mhm.
bhakti. Okay.
Okay.
But then what we are doing is ends up in this karma plus bhakti, because we are giving only something to Krishna.
Correct.
Right. And also here one more, so there are two things here. One is partially giving to Krishna, right? And the other is we also have a propensity to do karma here, meaning we like to do work. For example, can you get up day in and day out and not think about any kind of material work, meaning no meetings, no going here and there, no work, only direct devotional activities.
Yeah, I mean, unless we develop that level of attachment to Krishna, it's difficult to give up, Prabhu. Yes.
Yeah, so
I
till
mean,
we
maybe
have
that
that,
proportionate level of attachment should be increased on the spiritual side.
Mm.
Otherwise, it's difficult
correct.
to give up. Yes.
Yes, till then you have attachment to do work and it will remain Mishra Bhakti.
Okay. Okay.
Till you have attachment to do work, it is Mishra Bhakti. Till you are keeping results for yourself, it is Mishra Bhakti. So I'll give you one more combination. So for example, somebody likes to do work, but he's not using any money for sense gratification as such. He's just using it for his maintenance in Kali Yuga, meaning whatever, non-Vedic lifestyle, but just using to live, just meeting needs, right? And offering whatever is can offer to Krishna, and at the same time keeping whatever money for, so that, like we discussed yesterday, so that we can retire early,
Mm-hmm.
right? Not if there is even a little propensity to do karma, then it becomes Mishra. Is this clear?
Yes, bro. Yeah. Understood. I mean, for me, it's clear.
Propensity to do karma is there, plus is bhakti, and results partially given to Krishna. Okay, is this
So,
clear?
Prabhu, so if we look at this practically, I mean, whatever the explanation you've given, I mean, if I just see the devotee community around, right? So I mean, I would say 90% will fall under Mishra Bhakti, Prabhu. Is that
99%.
99% will fall under Mishra Bhakti?
Yeah, 99%
Then,
Grihasthas will be Mishra Bhakti.
yeah, Grihastha. Yeah. And then, I mean, this Kevala Bhakti is very, very rare, even within the
Yeah.
devotee community.
Yeah. So what we should do is we should follow what? Varnashrama. And give up responsibilities at the age of whatever, 355, and move to Kevala.
But is it still okay to keep some money for your maintenance, Prabhu, at that
Yeah,
age?
it is required. It is required. No.
It is required.
See,
Okay.
the whole idea of this Mishra Bhakti is saying that you are earning money. You are using it only for Krishna. You are using it for your maintenance. You are not doing sense gratification. You are using it for your maintenance. You are keeping the rest in your whatever for future. And when you get rid of all your responsibilities, then that whatever you have money left with you is going to take care of you for the rest of your life.
Yes.
That's the plan.
But that doesn't alleviate us to always accumulate in the
Which
hope
is
of
why
retiring one day. I mean, we should still practice charity as we are still in the Mishra Bhakti stage.
yes. That is why I'm saying you are giving partially to Krishna. right? And give good, sufficient, right?
Yes,
You can
yes.
also save, right? But save with such a, see, this savings, no, okay, I'm okay getting into a little bit digression because most grihasthas, right? And it's important to actually think about this, right? Because unfortunately, nowadays, people don't want to think about it. They're just like day in and out, I'm doing some work, I'm doing some bhakti, enough. My life is done, right? No, that's not what is expected out of us. So what we should do, based on our positions, right? So whatever, say, suppose somebody is 40, for example, right? And they have say, just for argument's sake, one child, okay? Generally, people would have got married at what, 30, 32, 33. So 5 to 6 years child, right? And just to say, just keep it as girl child. Now, which means, now if you have to get this girl married, right? At least in nowadays, if it is devotee kind of girl, then devotees will understand 21, 22. So 22 to 25 years, girl should get married. Okay. So which means you have about 19 years now, from now, or 16 years, right? So by 55 or 56 in this case, by that time, the devotee is 55, 56 years old. He should have all his earning done, right? And he has savings to get his daughter married, right? So suppose, say, whatever, I mean, nowadays there is no limit to this, right? But I'm just saying we are devotees. We don't want to become like karmis, right? So uh, do marriage as per vidhi and invite all devotees and distribute prasadam to Vaishnavas, have kirtan, whatever. Okay, so I'm not going into what this amount is, say, for example, and then you have to buy some. That I'm just putting. I don't know what this is, right? 20 lakhs plus gold, right? And that gold you have to accumulate now, right? Because you should give it at the time, right? So maybe I don't know. Again, I'm totally not a all these things are not my forte, but I'm just helping you and think through, right? Say 10 lakhs worth, whatever, whether it has to be less, more, that's up to you, right? So assume, say, for just this for your marriage, for the daughter's marriage, you need 30 lakhs. Now, since you are working anyway till 55, 60, 56, almost most of the education has been taken care, right? If there is some, if at all, if you want to give some education, then maybe another 10 lakhs. And after basic, whatever, engineering, blah, blah, additional stuff they want to do, that's up to them, how they want to manage. I'm just saying because we don't want too much of all this, right? So suppose say 30, 40 lakhs here, right? Then it's ideally two people's lives. So you should have, like, for example, a medical insurance, right? Because that's where most of the money goes, right? So if you have a medical insurance for two people, which is, say, maybe just 20K per year premium. I'm just putting some rough numbers, right? Two people expenses is maximum, assuming, okay, if you don't have a house also, if you're paying rent also, it's not more than, say, on the higher side, 30K. Okay. So, which is about 3.6 lakhs a year. And if you live for 3 more years, it is about 90 lakhs for 1 year. If you don't have any other source of income at all, I'm just saying, right? So if suppose say you have 1.5 CR, pretty much you are done. Now I'm sure that people have more than this, still don't think there is end to it. But there is end. It's clearly end. Right? So we need to start thinking about this way, saying that now this person ideally at the age of 60 should be out of work and should be doing full-time work. I'm just saying again, and not going on into all the nitty-gritty details, but major ones. right? Just major thought process. So everybody has to think this way and say that, see, okay, now if I have to have this, like how much should I save, or what is my mechanism to get this that time, etc. Right? So yeah, whatever it is, right? I don't want to go into more math. Then you can do your math, right? You're already 40, so it means you should have had some savings. Then okay, if you say you're starting at 0, then every year 1.5 CR by 15 you need to save, right? That's what it is. It is not very difficult, especially for those who are in decent jobs, right? Of course, then others, those who are not in software, etc., they cannot even think about all this, right? So I am talking about this, our current devotees who are attending these classes, etc., English, software, middle class, upper middle class, kind of. And this is good enough. Not talking about the rich class. I'm talking about working people. So this kind of thinking has to happen, because then, at some point of time, we have to draw this line saying that, okay, as per my calculation, now for this person, he'll say at 55, I'm done with work. At 60, I'm fully done. So 5 years will be just to get my daughter married. But my work will stop here, because so much money is done. I've got whatever I need. And what about other things? What if some problems come? Depend on Krishna. This is surrender. This is what needs to be done. Okay, then that Mishra Bhakti gives way to Kevala Bhakti.
Yeah, makes sense, Prabhu. Yeah.
Okay, and for those few fortunate souls who possibly have this or more, start figuring out how to engage full time, more time in bhakti. That's the problem statement, actually, nothing else. Okay. Okay, I think we'll stop here. Any questions, anybody? Discuss.
So Prabhu, quick question.
Yeah.
Sorry, go
Hare
ahead.
Krishna Prabhu, just one. Hare Krishna Prabhu, one down. Prabhu, like when the Gyanis are completely renunciated, so
Mhm.
they can be transcendentalist and they can be bhaktas also, Prabhu, or they are usually
No.
transcendentalist?
No, technically when we say Gnani, that means he doesn't have bhakti.
Okay.
Bhaktas also have Gnana, because we are getting, this Gnana is Nirakara Gnana, right? This Gnana in bhakti is about the Supreme Lord, because we are engaging in Shravanam Kirtanam about Krishna, right? That's not called Gnana in the terms of Gnana Yoga. But bhakti also involves Gnana.
But then that is called bhakti, and this is called jnana yoga, and you're in a transcendent. You're transcendental.
Yeah, Gnana yogis, if they are really reached that, if they have reached the transcendental stage, then you can call them transcendental. Otherwise, they're just renunciates. They're renunciants, and then they're searching. When they come to Brahmabhuta, if they come to the liberated stage, then they're transcendentals. As in, they've reached that mukti, liberation.
And Mayavadis, Prabhu, they cannot be jnanis, right?
Yeah, so Mayavadis are, who are these Gnana yogis are actually Nirakarvadis, as in, they also talk about, they also are Gnanis only. They are also Nirakara. Basically what Prabhupada says as impersonalists. Yes. And there's one segment of subsect of impersonalists, which are Mayavadi, who say that the form, impersonalists are just happy saying that Supreme Lord, Absolute Truth doesn't have any form. But what do Mayavadi say? Mayavadi say, and the form that the Absolute Truth gets is Maya. He is made of material, his material body. And so it's offenders. They are offenders. That is why Mayavadi, Krishna are Aparadi. They are offenders of Krishna. Impersonalists are not offenders. Impersonalists just don't know beyond Brahman. That's all. They're not come beyond Brahman. So they're Gnanis.
But we've seen many personalists become bhaktas. They become,
Yeah.
you have
Yeah.
to
Yeah, which is the natural process. No, which is
Okay,
once
okay.
from karma, gnana, then come. That is why Krishna is saying, Bhavanam janmanam ante gnanavan mam prapadyate. Vasudeva sarvamiti sa mahatma sudurlabha. He's saying after many, many lifetimes of being a gnani, one will become a bhakta.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Others had some questions on.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Prabhu, you told about a girl child. If it is a boy child, then how to save?
How to save? Yeah, I
Less
mean, you don't.
savings, no, Prabhu.
Yeah, don't have to
Boys,
worry
it's less
about savings and all. What? You don't need all this.
Yeah.
Just put him in Gurukul and forget it. That's all. Over. No education. All this is saved.
Then the
That's why I
only
said.
budget to be saved is 30 lakhs. That's all.
No, yeah. Then it's
Education
whatever
or
you are.
middle?
Yeah, what education? Put him in Gurukul and close, Baba. What education? Anyway, yeah, you can do
Okay.
education. You can
But
do
even if it's
education, but this
mundane
is.
education, Prabhu, yeah, around 30, around 30, 40 lakhs is maybe at the max. Worst case scenario is good enough, I
Oh
guess.
no, what do you want to
as
do
per
with 30 lakhs? Bapre.
No, Prabhu.
Like-
Now
Prabhu,
he's in a job.
in US, I tell you, Prabhu, they
No, we
put
are not
the
in US.
fortune. No,
We are
I'm
not in
telling you,
US.
they shell out anywhere close to 150K to 200K. Right?
It's
I mean,
crazy.
it is still difficult. It is, even though you're earning in US, but it's still
Yeah.
difficult. I've seen the parents, working so hard, 4 years, 5 years, without saving anything, everything paid off,
Yeah.
to the tuition fee for
No,
the son.
we don't want that. We
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
want that. So what is
So
our
here-
tuition fees today in school? General
1
good
lakh,
school.
1,40,000 like that they are taking, Prabhuji.
Yeah,
One
1
per
to
year.
2 lakhs, 1 to 2 lakhs, Prabhu.
Yeah. In
Per
the
year.
nursery for nursery. Yeah.
Okay, then it's
start
waste
from
of
nursery till 10th.
waste of money.
But we still have to
Okay.
pay, bro. We still have to pay,
See,
bro.
I got my whole daughter's education till she joined design was like, what did I pay? Some 40,000-50,000 a year.
Prabhu, wait,
Yeah,
this is
6 lakhs.
current scenario, Prabhu. This is current scenario. Any
Anyway,
basic
so it's
school
fine.
is, yeah.
Okay, not so much. Okay, let me ask Vamsi Prabhu, how much do you pay for your daughter's school?
95,000, Prabhu. 95,000.
95,000.
Hare
Okay,
Krishna,
so
Prabhu.
one lakh.
I think we are
But-
paying the least. We are
otherwise-
paying
other-
72 or 75.
Okay, 72. Okay.
Celestial
But
school.
otherwise
Okay,
also,
so we
Prabhu, there are some Gurukulas which give it at a nominal or a subsidized price. Because last week I
but
was
these
talking
are
to-
people don't want to go to Gurukul. No, otherwise, why would we talk about spending money? Otherwise, it's like zero. That's why I'm saying full
at no
savings.
cost. Yeah.
So,
Hmm.
yeah, so 10 lakhs, okay. Till 10th standard, 10 lakhs. Okay, so yeah, maybe then 25 lakhs. Yeah, wasting money, Krishna's money. Anyway, that's fine. So you can do 25 lakhs, yeah.
Prabhu, I have a question here. So
Hmm.
though we want to send our kids to Gurukul, but then after their education, if they want to come back to this, material jobs and all.
Yeah.
So how to balance it? I want to send Dhanmin to Gurukul, but at the same time, I don't know, he is not that much interested. So
See, the way these things have to happen is that first of all, you should understand your child's propensities and know if how much of attraction they have to devotion, right? And this will be a little bit of experiment. For example, like 1 or 2 years, you will just send them just to know whether they are even okay to do the stuff that devotees do in a Gurukul,
yeah.
right? If they are, then it's very easy. Then you know that okay, this person will be fixed on the devotional path. Then there are two paths only. There are only two paths, right? Ideally, for somebody who wants to take this, one is a Brahmana, right? Or the other is a Vaishya. Only
Okay.
two paths. Okay?
Right.
So for Brahmana is basically it will be samskaras, it will be astrology, it will be all these kinds of branches, right?
Right.
Where they will become experts and they will live a simple life. Now, Brahmana means simple life, right? This is not competing with my neighbor, right?
Or a
sim-
teacher.
simple life. Yeah, that's right. Teachers, simple life, right? Not expecting too much. in materially. Vaishya means obviously it has to be based on either crop protection or farming.
Business.
No, not this is the
Not
business.
business? Okay.
Food business.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
business
Krishi
connected with
Goraksha
food.
Vanijyam is okay. Food.
But
Okay.
Vanija, there is no Vanija in today's world, right? It's all it doesn't, it goes beyond, right? Then you go into normal business, right? But
Alright.
this Vaishya means ideally, if you want a Krishna
Okay.
conscious life, restrict it to crop protection farming related business.
Yes, right.
Okay. I mean, anything related to
This is
grains
fine.
in terms
Yeah.
of.
Yes,
Okay.
This is fine.
Right.
This is fine. And normally the Gurukul is supposed to train.
Right. Where does it doctor comes, Prabhu? Ayurvedic
No, doctor is Shudra.
No, Ayurvedic doctor.
Shudra.
Shudra. Okay. He
Prabhupada says.
okay. Really? Okay, I was thinking Brahmana.
No. Sure. So Prabhupada says this in Chaitanya Charitamrita when he's talking about
Normal doctor or Ayurvedic doctor also?
your
Depends
body.
on the nature.
You are connected with body means you are Shudra.
Okay. Okay.
Anyway, see now in today's world, you can say it's a more sattvic lifestyle. So I become a Ayurvedic doctor. Okay, fine. I mean, I'm saying it's not, we are not going by textbook, right? We are saying what is more favorable for somebody to practice Krishna consciousness. If at all, yeah, maybe, right?
Right.
Could do, yeah. And that is one of the things that I tell even girls, saying that become an Ayurvedic doctor or a teacher. Yeah, girls means teacher, boys means Ayurvedic doctor because they don't want to become a Brahmana.
Right.
So they can do this. Okay, all future family planning over, done, ready to retire.
I have
Some
one more
clarity is
question,
there,
Prabhu.
Prabhu.
Oh,
Maybe you
Prabhu
can
and
ask
Mataji
later,
looks like
Prabhu.
you are. Yeah. Let's do later.
No,
Let's.
not. I don't have a question. I'll say
One
let's
last
pause
question,
for
Prabhu.
today. Yeah, she'll keep asking.
Yeah, one last
My
question.
question bank. Sorry.
Yeah.
So what if if he tried 1 year or 2 years, he will miss the school if he wants to come back, so they can join him and
Boss,
the
ये सब Krishna
same
consciousness में Krishna consciousness you cannot have so much calculative stuff, right?
Yes.
You have to, because they are in a different time and age. You will lose a year, you lose a year. That's all.
Right. So he has to go again back to the
See,
same class.
which is why the best thing is to actually do homeschooling, right?
Right.
Do homeschooling and do NIOS, right? It will give you flexibility to try out all these things. If you put them in
Right.
normal school, then you will have peer
Ah.
pressure. Then you are, he will say, oh, my friend is now in the sixth
Right.
grade, I'm in 6th grade, and he will also have so many challenges. Just
Right.
put them at home, right? Do homeschooling, get them on NIOS, then you have all the time to experiment and fix their direction.
Yeah, in Salem we met one family. They came from Australia and they put their son there. So just what
Yeah, this is ideal. This is the ideal thing. You don't have to send children to school and spoil them, right? But give them, but they need a friend circle, right? So which is why you need devotees.
True.
Otherwise, again, it will be the same thing. Then those children will come and say, I went to school, I went here, I went there, and then your child will be like, okay, what is this? My mother has kept me at home.
Right.
So this is why you need a devotee community.
Devotee community.
For devotee community, you can do all this.
But
Or
we do.
some people do this like at eighth grade. When children are a bit more, they have their other interests, etc. They go to dance, they go to cricket, they go this, that, whatever, right? And but they don't have a need for school friends.
Right.
They have other communities in which they are engaged in, so they'll not get the complex. And then you switch from day school to homeschool.
Right, bro.
All these are suboptimal options, right?
Right. But here in Bangalore, it's scattered devotee community. It is here tough, Prabhu, to get the devotees.
Everything is tough, Mataji. We are in the material world, everything. The consciousness is tough. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay. Anything else? Anybody? Okay. Thank you so much. It was out of syllabus discussion. Okay. Anyway, so Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Vanta Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa. Krishna. By the way, just to say that these all calculations were thinking that we are not going to marry our children to devotees and we are going to go like normal marriage route, etc. Right? but life can be much simpler. Just star. Okay, Hare Krishna. Okay. Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Pranam to everybody.
Krishna. Pranam.
Hare
Okay.
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Prabhu.
Prabhu.
Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna. Pranam to everybody. Okay. I'm
Pranam
disconnected.
Prabhu.
Hare
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Pranam.
Prabhuji, you're continuing classes from Monday, right?
Monday we'll have, but from Tuesday to Saturday I'm not here.
Tuesday to Saturday.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Pranam. Okay.